Welcome back to day 2 of my documentary where we are going from 0 to 100 with my new Go High Level agency account. So yesterday we signed up for the account. You saw me just step through the process, figure out what some of the prompts and questions were, and proceed to purchase that license or that subscription. Today, what I wanted to do was just click through every single navigation button that is on the interface inside of this Go High Level account. Get a bit of a lay of the land, figure out what's there, and start to plan for what types of things I'm going to need to learn in the coming days. So when I signed up yesterday, I got my agency dashboard, which is what's brand new to me. I did get to explore a friend's sub account once before. So while I didn't go very deep into it, I did at least get to see those things, but this will be my first impression of the agency dashboard side of the platform. For the sake of time, I think we're going to do 2 separate videos today. The first one is going to be a click through of the navigation items that I can find inside of my new sub account. So like a production CRM account, and then we'll hit pause, and then we'll record a second segment to look through all of the buttons in the navigation of the agency dashboard. All right, so let's get into it. This is the first sub account. It's called Otium, which is the name of our actual business, of our automation agency. So this is a sub account that we can run the production of our business from. We could use it for our own real contacts. We could use it for our own real checkout forms or invoices. We'll use it for our own real email marketing and really try to figure out what features are baked right here into the platform that we'll be able to use using our own business as the prototype. So let's just click through every single item that is here. So the first item is this Launchpad. The Launchpad has these items listed here. I'm sure that once I get through all of these things, or even a portion of them, or some time goes by, this menu item might go away. The second is this bare bones dashboard. The third item here on the navigation is the conversations menu. Super bare bones because we haven't started setting it up yet, but I think we're going to have essentially all of the various chats over here. The conversation itself will be in the middle, and then the contact record that's related to that conversation will be over here on the right. I don't know what manual actions is yet. I'm gonna have to learn as we go through how things like tasks relate to manual actions and snippets. So this is where we can pre-make a bunch of text messages and emails that can be put into our conversations. And then this trigger links, we'll experiment again on this, but my understanding is that I can actually create a link, and then when I provide that link to a contact inside of some kind of conversation, when they click it, I can use that to start an automated workflow. So that is the conversations tab. Obviously, a pretty robust part of the system is to have these one-to-one conversations with people. And I'm looking forward to getting to that. Calendars, we use Calendly right now in my business. So I'm really interested in seeing how this calendar system is going to work. I've watched a few YouTube videos about how people have set this up. And I know there's some kind of differences between group calendar versus, I think it's called an individual calendar. Yeah, there's this calendar settings button. I'm gonna click on that. And this is where all of those different types of calendars are. I don't know if this is happening because they've just introduced new calendar technology, and maybe some of this is older and some of this is newer, or if we really do need all of these different things. We do webinars and trainings here at Otium, so I think I'll have the opportunity to try to set up a class booking versus something like a service calendar or simple calendar. There are also groups, service menus, rooms, and equipment. Now, one thing I noticed when I clicked the button here is that the entire navigation changed, because now we're in the settings navigation, and the settings item called calendars But previously I was out here at the kind of main screen, calendars, where maybe you'd interact with the calendars daily. I think that's fine. I just think that was an interesting item of note when we did that. All right, the next item is contacts. Pretty central to all CRM systems is to have that contact record where the contact information is stored, so their first name, last name, email, and so on, as well as kind of the dynamic information, like which campaigns or workflows are running on this person, or what forms has this person previously submitted. So in the contacts, again, there's this side navigation, and then there's this top tab navigation. The first thing I see is smart lists. My assumption, based on what I know from other CRM systems, is that smart lists are going to be like almost like saved searches or pre-programmed segments. The second item is bulk actions. Again, I haven't tried this yet, but I think bulk actions are where you click or select a whole bunch of contacts and say that you want to do something to them, like enroll them all in a workflow, or I don't know, maybe apply a tag to all of them, or unsubscribe all of them, or do those types of things. Restore is pretty much just like a trash can. If you delete somebody from your all contacts list, they'll end up here in restore. That I'm really interested in figuring out what the difference between manual actions up in here is and what tasks means over here, so that each contact could have various tasks underneath it. So it would be a user performing a task as it relates to a particular contact record. And then there's this company list over here as well. And then, yeah, let's see what happens when we go to smart lists. Manage smart lists. Yeah, I don't know yet. We'll have to probably learn that later on. And let's see what happens here. If I click the cog, is it going to do that same thing again where it changes the side navigation to the settings area? Yes, it's absolutely what happened. The next one is opportunities. There's no pipeline set up here by default. I think that's probably perfectly fine. I think that when it's an expert setting it up, and I think that the whole point of Go High Level is that people inside of niches or with agencies will have their preferred blueprint. So if I had pushed one of the standard blueprints out here, I wonder if there would have been those pipeline stages set already. Okay, this screen, I have to tell you, was a bit overwhelming to me the first time I got in here, and I think there's a lot of learning to do for me. I have expectations in my own mind related to other membership platforms and other CRM systems and other e-commerce systems about how a checkout flow should work. And my first glance of the payments area, I'm just not sure yet. For example, I'm not sure of the difference between an invoice and an order. So does an order create an invoice? Are they separate things? If I have a subscription, does that subscription create a monthly invoice? Things like recurring templates versus subscriptions. My hope, and I don't know if it's true or not, but my hope is that things like payment links will be able to create a subscription, create an order, create an invoice. This might end up being the most powerful part of this system, right? I love the idea of a salesperson to be able to be working their opportunities in a pipeline, get that sense of commitment from their prospect, and be able to drop a payment link right into, say, a chat or into their Zoom meeting. Yes, it's overwhelming, but also I really hope that this is where a ton of power inside of this system comes from. Okay, so we're about halfway through the navigation right now, and there's this horizontal line. My observation is that all of these items up above are probably the things that like salespeople and customer service people are dealing with on a daily basis. Like the ones below feel like the ones more made for like the marketers or the product manager who is considering the customer journey or the product design at a more high level, I guess. We've got marketing. Marketing, again, feels like a lot stuffed into this one area. We've got the social planner. So we use later.com here at my agency right now. So I'm interested to see if we'll be able to get as much or more out of social planner. The second one here is emails. Email marketing is a huge part of our business. Like, I understand why it's under the marketing heading here, but it also seems almost unfortunate that it's buried so deeply in there, because I wouldn't doubt that this is going to be a substantial part of the usefulness will come from sending email broadcasts about our campaigns, our events, those types of things. I'm noticing here again that there's a templates item here and a templates item up here. I hope that that comes clear as we click through it. My assumption is that these are like the highly designed templates, where these snippets are more like the ones that were up here inside of conversations that you kind of quickly insert as you need them. Or also when it comes to automations, like when I build a workflow, am I going to have access to just these snippets, to these templates, or both? Trigger links I mentioned up in conversations already. So affiliate systems are one of those things that feel sometimes like they could be an afterthought. In fact, integrating it deeply has always been a real challenge for me in other tools. And we do have an affiliate partner program here at our agency. So building out a real working prototype is a thing we'll have to get into. Automation, workflows. This seems to be the kind of main automation engine for this platform. When you click on workflow here, there are a whole bunch of templates. So there is a start from scratch up here. In the other tools I've used, I tend to start from scratch. Automations, like the triggers, the sequences, the decisions. There should be an end condition. That is the automation area. Sites, again, lots going on in here. There's the funnels, which I think are like multi-step landing page type of flows. But then there's also websites where you can create an entire website. There's the blogs related to those websites. There's hosting of WordPress. Now, the client portal. So as I understand it, the client portal and the memberships should be the same thing, but the memberships is maybe like a newer tool. So that'll be interesting to explore. Forms, surveys, the chat widget. I'll be looking for when we get into this section is, are these separate tools or are these all somehow integrated? So for example, is a form and a survey essentially the same thing? Like is a survey just a multi-stepped form, where maybe a form is more like, a quick single step, like signing up for an event or submitting a contact us form or opting in for a lead magnet. The same thing with funnels. I think funnels are essentially the same thing as a landing page. And I would guess that because we have a fully functioning website elsewhere, that funnels is where we'll maybe set up like our checkout flow. So I think there will be a bunch of interaction between this sites area and funnels and some of the things we saw way back here inside of payments. Over here at URL redirects, we are paying here at our agency for Bitly Pro memberships. So memberships have these courses with products. I have no idea if these products are the same as the products over here in payments. We'll figure that out a few days away from now. Communities are new, and then certificates, I think, are actually issuing certificate documents to people based on what courses they complete. Reputation, this is where you can make requests for people to give you reviews. I know it works on Google My Business. I think it might work with others as well, but we'll have to explore that a little bit later on. Then there are reports. So we've got Google Ads performance, Facebook ads performance, an attribution report, call reporting, and appointment reporting. And then these last couple of items, there's the app marketplace where we can go out and find plugins from this app marketplace. And then mobile app is just a quick and easy way to get the link to the Apple App Store so that I can download a copy of the lead connector high-level mobile app. Obviously we didn't get to learn how to use all of these things today. You see, virtually every button, every tab clicked on. Okay, that's it. Thanks for joining me for this walkthrough. Join me again as we do the same thing for the agency dashboard.